Good morning. You see behind me today a partnership of law enforcement across the county of Cumberland County and representatives of our retail establishment from this great city. We have teamed together over the next 45 days during our holiday season, and we are prepared, we are making plans, and we have developed plans to keep our city safe and our county safe during the coming Christmas season. We want folks to know that there are things that they can do to keep themselves safe. Our merchants have added additional security. Our police department will have additional patrols in the retail corridors around our city. And we're employing a strict enforcement policy during the coming Christmas season. As you can see behind us, our command post is on station and will be throughout the remainder of the year. We have set up a processing center for arrestees, primarily for shoplifters. We expect a lot of that to occur, or folks to try that over the coming days. We want folks to know who might be involved in criminal activity that, again, we have a strict enforcement policy, that if you are arrested, if you are detained by a merchant in Fayetteville, that we're going to do our best to work with the district attorney's office, the magistrates, and the judges in Cumberland County to ensure that you spend the holiday season as an inmate at the Cumberland County Jail. There will be no excuses, there will be no forgiveness during this time. We will have a transport van located here and in other retail areas because we expect to send a very strong, very stern message early in the season and again, make sure that we have the coverage in the retail areas. Folks who are shopping can help us protect themselves. We will be providing members of the media some of the points to allow or to help our public be safe. Certainly we want folks as they're walking to and from the stores to pay attention to their surroundings. If you see something suspicious, please let someone know. And that can be something as simple as yelling out, certainly calling 911 on your cell phone, acknowledging that you have a suspicious person around you. If you can, as you're leaving a store and you're walking to your car, we ask that as much as you can, wait for other folks who might be leaving the store to walk to your car together so that you're nearby and you can watch out for each other, even though you don't know one another. We don't want folks to try to race someone who might be trying to do them harm to their car. You'll never win that race. You can't get your key out and get in your car in time. So what we ask folks to do is, as they see a suspicious person or they see some criminal conduct about to happen around them, return to the store, drop what you have and run to the store. Your belongings, the purchases aren't that important. We're more concerned about your personal safety. And I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have at this time.
Chief, the news release your department sent out refers to organized retail crime. I never quite heard that phrase. How organized is this?
Brian, we have groups of people that work Fayetteville, the southeastern part of North Carolina, and really the East Coast, all across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia, who move from city to city, large cities like Fayetteville, and they hit the large retail establishments, stealing, shoplifting, and then going to various establishments that might not be reputable, selling that product or even selling it from their house in their own neighborhood. That retail theft, the organized rings, cost merchants millions of dollars a year, and it causes the prices of things that we all purchase to go up to make up for that theft. We won't tolerate that. We don't tolerate it anyway, but we're certainly not going to tolerate that behavior in Fayetteville and Cumberland County during our Christmas season this year.
Does that type of thing affect your officers out on the street? I mean, does it force you to put resources where you wouldn't necessarily like to be putting them?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, for every larceny or shoplifting case that occurs, and believe it or not, in the area that we're standing in right now, we've had 2,000 larceny cases since July of this year. That's everything from somebody stealing from a car to a shoplifter, but just in this area we've had 2,000 larcenies since July of this year. Every one of those cases, if an arrest is made, can take an hour, hour and a half of an officer's time to transport them, to process them, transport them to the Cumberland County Jail. That's why you see the prisoner transport van behind us here. We intend to fully use that van as necessary during this holiday season to transport folks, to keep our officers in the field working with the merchants here and in the other retail corridors around Fayetteville, to keep our officers on the street and working with the merchants.
Why is it important at this time of year to be alert to identify credit cards?
Well, Nancy, folks are using more plastic, more credit cards this time of year really than any other time. It's a great opportunity for thieves, and really that's kind of a low life when I use that word, but it's really a great time for thieves to be able to steal credit card numbers, to steal credit cards, to pickpocket. So we want folks to make sure that they know where their credit cards are. And if they find that they're missing or stolen, to report them immediately, stop the activity on the card, because the criminals will steal from a person, take that credit card to a gas station, and actually sell gas off of that credit card for people to pay them cash, cents on the dollar, to fill up their cars. So these people are very adept at using a credit card quickly before a person realizes that they're stolen, and the credit cards are stopped with activity. One other thing I want to share too is folks need to really pay attention to the cash that they carry during the holiday season. You know, if you can, make sure that when you pay for a purchase that you do so in a very low-key manner. It's good to divide your cash up to different pockets that you might be in clothes that you're wearing, and only pull out that amount of money that you need to complete that purchase. Again, being as low-key as you can when you're carrying cash, when you're carrying credit cards. Yeah, absolutely, Brian. You know, Thanksgiving really does start the season now, the shopping season. So we expect a lot of traffic around the mall and in the retail corridors around our city. So we're asking folks to really pay attention to pedestrians, because there's going to be a lot of folks out really not paying attention, but focused on trying to get to a store, either in a parking lot or in a street. So we want folks to pay attention to one another, to other drivers. But we also want folks to be safe, again, as they're going in and out of the stores, and even in the stores, criminal activity occurs. So we want folks to enjoy themselves, but we want them to pay attention to their surroundings, be aware of what's going on, and report suspicious activity. We want folks to call 911. We want folks, when they're in the stores and all the representatives behind us, we all want people, when they see suspicious activity, to report it to someone in the store who can then alert us, or certainly to call 911.
Would this being like the whole Black Friday thing, you know, like a year or two ago, we had an incident out here, like where they had shots and people were shooting at each other. To people who want to come out at that hour of the morning to do their shopping, what can you tell them? Are you going to have extra people around so that in case something like that does happen?
Absolutely. Early on Friday morning, we'll have an increased number of officers around the retail corridors, the stores that we expect to open early or to be open overnight. And certainly we will be prepared to deal with a situation that occurs like that. But can you imagine just the fact that we have to talk about some idiot that would start to shoot a gun because people are trying to line up to go to a store and shop? It's really tough for us to have to even address the thought of someone like that that would be involved in a dangerous activity such as that, but we will certainly be prepared to deal with that if it occurs. We will have increased staff beginning Thursday and then following right through to New Year's Day.
Does that take away from any of your road units when you have to do extra staff over
Well, certainly I can use every officer that we have to conduct normal routine patrols in our neighborhoods. The way we're working our activity this year for about 40 days is that we're paying officers overtime to work in addition to their normal duties. Again, it's kind of a shame that we have to do that and that the city has to do that to make sure that folks are safe, but we intend to make sure that the areas in the retail corridors and our city is safe during the holiday season.
Do you have any idea how much that might cost?
I don't, Nancy. I'll tell you what we'll do at the end of the season. We'll provide you with that number. I want to thank our partners who have come out with us today. These folks work with us not just during the Christmas season, but year-round, and they're great partners that have worked with us in the organized retail theft issue. We're developing a very strong partnership here in this city that we believe can be replicated in other cities. I want to thank them for their involvement, for their attention, and their partnership as we work through this Christmas season. We expect it to be a safe, happy, and healthy season. Thank you very much.